Friends, imagine this. You're taking the pills your doctor prescribed, something to help you sleep better, something to keep your blood pressure under control, maybe something for heartburn or cholesterol. On the surface, they seem harmless. They feel necessary. But what if I told you that some of these very same medications could be quietly damaging your brain, stealing your memory, and pushing you closer to dementia? And this isn't rare. It could be happening to almost every second man over the age of 60. I want you to pause and let that sink in. You're doing everything right. You're following your doctor's advice, trying to stay healthy. Yet, hidden inside your medicine cabinet might be something working against you. Something slowly weakening your most valuable organ, your brain. Welcome, my friends, to Healthy Being. This is the place where we talk honestly and openly about health after 60. No fear tactics, no complicated jargon. Just simple truths and real guidance to help you take control of your well-being. Today, I want to share something crucial. We'll look at 9 common medications taken every single day by millions of people that may increase your risk of memory loss and dementia. This is not about blaming doctors or telling you to throw away your pills. It's about awareness. It's about knowing the risks so you can have better conversations with your physician and make safer choices for your future. So please, stay with me until the very end of this video. What you learn today might not only protect your memory, but also your independence, your relationships, and the quality of your life in the years ahead. And if you care about your health and want this important message to reach other men like you, take a second right now to like this video and subscribe to Healthy Being. It only takes a moment, but it helps spread awareness to thousands of families who might still be in the dark. Because knowledge, my friends, is the first step toward protecting your mind. And today we're going to take that step together. Most medications are designed to help us. They lower blood pressure, calm anxiety, ease pain, or let us finally get a good night's sleep. But here's the truth many people don't realize. Some of these very same pills can block a vital chemical in the brain called acetylcholine. This chemical acts like a messenger, carrying signals that help us form memories, stay focused, and think clearly. When that messenger is silenced, the brain slows down. Thoughts get cloudy. Memory slips away. And to the outside world, it looks exactly like accelerated aging. Let me share a story that brings this to life. Margaret, a 73-year-old woman from Arizona, came to my attention not long ago. She was active, loved spending time with her grandchildren, and always enjoyed gardening in her backyard. Over time, though, her family noticed troubling changes. She began forgetting appointments. She couldn't recall the names of her grandchildren, even though she saw them every week. Conversations became confusing. The people around her assumed the worst, that Alzheimer's disease had set in and her independence was slipping away. But when we carefully looked at her situation, the picture was very different. Margaret wasn't suffering from irreversible dementia. She was taking 4 different medications prescribed by different doctors. One for sleep, another for bladder control, a pill for heartburn, and something for mild depression. Each doctor thought their prescription was safe on its own. But when combined, these drugs all worked against acetylcholine, the very chemical Margaret's brain needed to form memories. In other words, it wasn't age or disease that stole her clarity. It was the medication sitting in her cabinet. The change that followed was remarkable. By slowly adjusting her treatment plan and finding safer alternatives, Margaret's memory began to return. Within months, she was recalling birthdays again, holding conversations with confidence, and feeling like herself. Her family went from preparing for years of decline to celebrating the return of the woman they loved. Her story shows something powerful. Not all memory loss is permanent. Sometimes, what looks like dementia is actually a side effect, and it can be reversed. Now, let's talk about the kinds of medications that can create this hidden danger. The first group includes common sleep aids, especially those labeled PM or nighttime. They're easy to find in any pharmacy and often taken without much thought. But many of them quietly interfere with acetylcholine and can create a foggy, forgetful state when used regularly. The second group are acid reflux medications, also known as proton pump inhibitors, with names like Nexium or Prilosec. Millions of people take these daily, often for years. But when stomach acid is suppressed too much, your body can't properly absorb vitamin B12, an essential nutrient for brain health. Over time, that deficiency mimics dementia. The third group includes bladder control medications, often prescribed to women and men as they age. They work by calming the bladder, but they also aggressively cross into the brain, where they interfere with memory centers. Then there are statins, widely prescribed for lowering cholesterol. They protect the heart, but the brain is made up of nearly 60% fat, and cholesterol plays a key role in nerve function. Lowering it too much can have unintended consequences for memory. And finally, we have certain antidepressants and antihistamines. Not all of them are harmful, but a few specific ones have been shown to increase forgetfulness, confusion, and cognitive decline over time. Studies show these drugs can raise the risk of memory loss anywhere from 26% to more than 50%. That means 1 in 2 people who take them long-term could experience symptoms that look like dementia without realizing the connection. And because these medications are often used for years, the changes happen so gradually that most families don't suspect a thing. Think of your brain like an orchestra. Every section, strings, brass, percussion, needs to work in harmony to create music. Medications, when used wisely, are like skilled musicians who keep everything in rhythm. But some drugs are like a drummer who barges in, pounding out of sync. Suddenly, the harmony collapses. The melody is lost. That's what happens when certain medications disrupt your brain chemistry. The good news is this: once you know what to look out for, you can take steps to protect your mind. Just like Margaret did. Memory loss doesn't always have to be a one-way road. Sometimes, with the right guidance, you can turn back, reclaim clarity, and live with confidence again. Now that we've uncovered the hidden risks, the next question is simple. What can you do about it? The answer isn't to stop your medications on your own or to feel afraid every time you open the medicine cabinet. The solution is much more practical and empowering. It starts with taking small but important steps that put you back in control of your health. The very first step is to review your medications with your doctor. I don't mean just the one prescription you got last month. I mean every pill you're taking, prescriptions, over-the-counter products, even supplements. Especially the ones you've been on for years without giving them much thought. Over time, medications that seemed safe may no longer be the best choice for you. A careful review with a healthcare professional can reveal patterns and combinations that quietly affect your memory. Once you've laid everything out, the next step is to ask about safer alternatives. Many people don't realize that for nearly every high-risk drug, there are other options that carry fewer cognitive side effects. Maybe there's a different sleep strategy instead of a PM pill. Maybe your heartburn can be managed with lifestyle changes or a different class of medication. These alternatives won't be perfect for everyone, but the important thing is to ask. Simply having that conversation can open doors to treatments that protect both your body and your brain. Pay close attention to your memory and clarity. Forgetfulness happens to all of us from time to time, but if you notice confusion, frequent lapses, or moments where you feel foggy, don't ignore it. These are not just normal signs of aging, as we're often told. They could be signals that your brain is reacting to something in your medicine routine. Think of these early warning signs as your body's way of asking for help. Nutrition also plays a powerful role in protecting your brain. Your mind needs the right fuel, and that includes foods rich in vitamin B12, omega-3 fatty acids, and antioxidants. B12 helps maintain the health of nerve cells and supports memory. Omega-3s, found in fish like salmon or in walnuts and flax seeds, keep your brain cells flexible and strong. Antioxidants from berries, leafy greens, and colorful vegetables help fight off damage from stress and aging. Adding these foods into your daily routine isn't complicated. It's as simple as swapping a sugary snack for a handful of blueberries or enjoying grilled salmon instead of processed meat. Each small change nourishes your brain and supports your clarity. Another simple but often overlooked step is to keep a medication list. Write down every pill you take, the dosage, and why you're taking it. Keep that list in your wallet or on your phone. Update it whenever something changes. And most importantly, bring it with you to every doctor's visit. This gives your healthcare team the full picture. It prevents dangerous overlaps and helps them see how all the pieces fit together. A list might seem like a small thing, but it can be a lifesaver when you're managing multiple prescriptions. It's also helpful to set a rhythm of checking in with your doctor. Don't wait until problems appear. Instead, plan regular reviews every 6 months or at least once a year. Think of it like routine maintenance on a car. If you catch small issues early, you prevent bigger breakdowns later. The same goes for your memory. And remember, these changes aren't about taking away your independence. They're about preserving it. By making adjustments, you're not just protecting your memory, you're protecting your ability to live the life you want, to recognize your loved ones' faces, to share stories, to stay connected. That's what truly matters. So, when you think about what to do instead of simply taking the same medications year after year, focus on these steps. Review your prescriptions, explore alternatives, listen to your memory, nourish your brain with the right foods, and keep a clear record of everything you take. These are simple, practical tools that any man over 60 can start using today. You don't need fear to protect your brain. You need knowledge and action. The good news is you already have the power to make these changes. All it takes is starting the conversation, paying attention to the signals your body gives you, and taking small steps every day. Friends, dementia is not always inevitable. Too often we're told that memory loss is just a part of aging, something we can't control. But in many cases, it isn't aging at all. It's a side effect of medications that once seemed harmless, even helpful. That means the story isn't always over. There is hope. You have the right to know the truth. You have the right to ask questions, to challenge the idea that forgetfulness is something you must simply accept. The choices you make today can protect your health tomorrow. Knowledge is power, and you now know that some of the most common prescriptions can affect your memory. With that knowledge, you can take action. Remember, your brain is your most precious organ. It holds your stories, your relationships, your independence. It allows you to recognize the people you love and to stay connected to the world around you. Take care of it with the same attention you give your heart, your blood pressure, or your physical strength. Because when your mind is clear, every part of life feels brighter. This is not about fear. It's about confidence. It's about knowing that you are not powerless in the face of aging. You can make choices that keep you sharp, engaged, and present. You can protect the years ahead and live them with meaning and clarity. If this video has been helpful to you, please take a moment to like it and share it with your friends or family. Someone you care about may need to hear this message today. And don't forget to subscribe to Healthy Being, where we talk openly about real steps to better health after 60. Together, we can make life longer, clearer, and more joyful. Your health is not an accident. It's the result of the choices you make. And today, you've chosen to learn, to listen, and to take control. That's the first step toward a healthier, happier future.